Sentencing for the man responsible for the Christchurch mosque atrocities started this morning. Brenton Tarrant has pleaded guilty to 51 charges of murder, 40 counts of attempted murder, and one of engaging in a terrorist act. Our reporter Logan Church has been in court today and joins us live. Logan, some really harrowing victim impact statements today, so who spoke?
We first heard from Gamal Foda. He is the Imam of the Al Noor Mosque. He was leading Friday prayers when the gunman entered the mosque and began shooting. Much of his victim impact statement today centred around the challenges that he faced, on one hand being the leader of the community and a sense of responsibility to looking after those in his care, but also trying on the other hand to deal with the grief of having many of his friends, obviously many of them passed away, but also those injured, and caring for them going forward. He also spoke to Brenton Tarrant directly. He said that his hatred was completely unnecessary, and if he had done anything, he had brought the world's community together, a sentiment that was shared by many people who gave victim impact statements today. We also heard from Tamal Osatuju, whose story we've heard on Checkpoint several times now. He was shot 9 times at the Al Noor Mosque. He gave some quite graphic details as to what his experience was inside the mosque when the gunman opened fire. He spoke about how he locked eyes with the gunman and felt the first bullets hit him, and as he lay on the ground, he felt people lie down on top of him. He said the attack had a massive impact on not only himself but also his family and his business, as well as his community. But he also said that despite everything, he maintains that New Zealand is still a safe place to live.
So in hearing all of this, did the gunman respond to any of it or show any emotion?
Well, in the morning he was led in, Lisa, by a sizable group of security, his arms and legs shackled. For the morning session he remained relatively emotionless, sitting still in the dock. But in the afternoon session, Janat Zet, who lost her son in the attacks, was giving her victim impact statement, and she said, and I will quote here, "Normally my son delivered me flowers for my birthday, but last year I was delivered his body. But I choose to forgive you, Mr. Tarrant." When she said that, Tarrant appeared to, he nodded in acknowledgement and blinked heavily and wiped his left eye, seeming to show emotion. Now, we can read into that many ways, but in the end, that was just one of the many quite harrowing victim impact statements that the court heard most of today.
And Logan, what is to come and how long will this sentencing last?
Well, we're expecting victim impact statements to continue for at least the next 2 days. More than 60 people in total are expecting to give victim impact statements, whether that is in person in court or in person with a translator, as some did today, or in a pre-recorded statement, either audio or video. Many of those people possibly overseas, but we were told this morning that by Justice Manda that he's not expecting to hand down a sentence until Thursday morning at the latest. Really the final chapter in a terrible saga for many of the people here today, Lisa.
Thank you, Logan. That is Logan Church, our reporter in Christchurch, who has been at the beginning of the sentencing of the Christchurch gunman, and as he mentioned, it is expected to carry on through to Thursday.